And welcome to the Footscray Lacrosse Club for the pool game between South Australia and New Zealand, which has just started. Just getting ourselves set up here over on field 2. We hope you will enjoy this coverage on the Australian Lacrosse Network. It is a SA versus New Zealand. Currently SA early in the first, up 1-0 through a shot to PJ Ipe as you come on board, and there's Taylor Mangan getting a second one for South Australia. It is very, very cool here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club, so we hope you enjoy the live free coverage wherever you are around the country or around the world. South Australia undefeated so far in this tournament, and they have just about booked themselves a spot in the final. They've still got to play Victoria, but certainly working their way, as WA had a big win this morning up against Queensland. And ball comes out the front there from Izzy Jackson. Jackson looks to pick the ball up, does get it now. Has Leah Kaysler on her right, but passes the ball down there to Ash May. Ash May looks to run the ball through X past Holly Dinny. And Ash May looking for an option, rolls back around, finds Holly Dinny. Dinny on the bottom corner, looking to use her pace to get up and around. Does get up and around, looks to roll inside, not there. Kicks the ball to Kaysler. Leah Kaysler now runs down this left-hand pipe. Stops on a dime, looks back inside. Good work as Jackson steps in, fires that one to the left of the right-hand pipe. But picked up again there from Ash May. Ash May looks to roll inside and gets a push on. Izzy Vrenson sets to shoot the ball, and Vrenson will now move it on to Hollands. Hollands again, Kaysler, good inside cut, good work there, and ball is on the deck, picked up there by Vrenson. Vrenson with more time than what she thought she had. Voisey looks down, good knockdown there from Kaysler. Ball comes out, Watts comes out of the cage and looks to have an opportunity. Good job there from Watts in the cage. Came out on a rush and just guarded that stick. But now an opportunity here for Katie Hollands from the 11-metre mark. Hollands looks to step in, and good crush there from the South Australian defence. Outlet comes straight away, up and over. Ball to be won. Just travels through. So Vrenson now with the ball. Good check, and we see Vrenson hit the deck, and we're going to have a card here. And that will go on Leah Kaysler. So New Zealand will be in a power play situation for 2 minutes here. And we'll see Izzy Vrenson line up from the 11-metre arc. Watts in front of her. Vrenson just decides to take it out and use this 2-minute power play. Clark and Rush with the not the clean take of the ball, and pushes the ball out there now to Hollands. So power play situation for New Zealand. What can they do with it? Looking up, Cutter comes in. Good pressure there from Taylor Voisey, but stopped that foray. But Katie Hollins, she'll line up on the left hand, 11 metre hash. Left hand side, pulls it out. Good trail check there from Borovnik. No, that wasn't Brodie Borovnik. That was Izzy Jackson. Came really quickly. Vrensen steps out behind to be an option here for New Zealand. And learnt from the first time as Izzy Jackson tried to, their ball, not a great pass, but picked up well there by Katie Hollins. Hollins over to Nicole Hollins. Nicole Hollins passes the ball down, just missing the target, and her opposite number 12 takes the ball, and Taylor Voisey, as she often does, running the ball down. Ball to be won, ball on the deck. Good, great opportunity there from Anastasia Araviakis, but that ball will go New Zealand's way. And Nicole Hollins will bring it in. Down to Katie Hollins. Katie Hollins looks over, fires, and that one has gone wide there from Holly Harris. Been really impressed with Holly Harris this week. She has played some exceptional lacrosse for this New Zealand lacrosse team, and we're culminating in an MVP the other day. And always seems to just be somewhere. Seems to have a lot of time and space, does Holly Harris, sorry. As the ball finds its way through X. Anastasia Araviakis guarding the New Zealand attacker. Alice Wheatley-Wilson was the first MVP of the tournament for this New Zealand side. Ball to be won on the deck. Ball comes out. And the first one on it. Good work there from Borovnik. Borovnik, massive pressure. Vrensen looks inside. Finds Hollins. Vrensen, as Vrensen hits the deck. And Izzy Vrensen picks herself up and just says to her teammate, very good job there. Vrensen brushes herself off. And she lines up directly in front from 11 metres. Has Araviakis and Voisey to her left and right. Watts in front of her. Looks to step in, fires, and puts that one down to the right-hand foot there. And South Australia conceding their first goal. Izzy Vrensen on the board for New Zealand. And a 2-1 game here in the first term between New Zealand and South Australia. And Izzy Vrensen being the goal scorer for New Zealand. So, ball back into the centre. We see Shotty Quintal up against Olivia Parker. So Shonny pushes the ball out. Harris picks up as Parker picks it up, but gets a push. So Olivia Parker will bring the ball into offense for South Australia. Parker looks up, finds PJ Ipe, but too close, so decides to go further down the field. Ball down to Ash May. Good cut through the middle there from Parker, creating some space for May. May looks to roll back inside. Now passing the ball down the back. Finds Dinny. Dinny comes up around the goal line, extended on the left-hand side here. Not there. Mangan gives an option. Mangan now takes the ball back through X. Running up and around. Trying to get top side. Looking for cutters to come through. Mangan goes left. Goes right. Looks to step inside. Silvestri was the option, but didn't quite find her. Finds Ipe instead. Ipe likes what she has. Looks to flip the ball back now to Dinny. Dinny back up to Parker. Parker up against Harris. Parker rolls around. Looks to go on her left. Not there. Dinny approaches in the middle. Good shut down there from Harris. Ball back to Parker. Parker dispossessed there by the New Zealand defender in Harper Smith. And Lucinda Silvestri runs this left-hand pipe, fires down. Good save from the keeper in Lloyd. Gets a leg to it, and ball is going to be brought back as no free start allowed there. And Bridget Hill brings the ball out, chased down there by Mangan to Lily Fu, who won the MVP last night for New Zealand. Good interception there from Brodie Borovnik, and South Australia are bursting down the field. Borovnik just loses the ball with a check just across the face there. Borovnik decides to head over to Silvestri, and Borovnik as looks inside, ball loose there. Oh, tink, tink, tink off the bar from a ball, and good pick up there from Parker. And Olivia Parker just out of nothing as the ball just flipped out of the stick. It's hit the top bar, rolled in front. Parker was there. Parker picks up and pops that one away for South Australia. And Olivia Parker on the board. A 3-1 ball game here. But good work there from Brodie Borovnik to just get that interception. Looked like she was going to go all the way. Just managed to get a check there, but from there found the ball into the offensive end. And a bit of a scrap goal there from Olivia Parker. But they all count on the scoreboard. And Quintal up against Parker again in the middle. Check there from Fu. That one's just got Parker across the midriff. Looks down at Dinny. Dinny finds a 5-hole through Lloyd. And a quick goal there for South Australia out of the middle. Good pass down from May to Dinny. And Dinny, she can shoot with very little space there. And found the back of the net. And that's Holly Dinny's first goal of the game as well. She gets the 4th on the board for South Australia. 4-1 game here in the first term out here on field 2. So Quintal up against Parker again in the middle. Tamarin Ufterhide sets that ball. And on cue with the ball hitting the deck, the whistle has gone for quarter time. And we see South Australia at the quarter time break here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club leading 4-1. Goal scorers for that first term. PJ Ipe started the scoring. She got the first on the board, followed up pretty quickly by Taylor Mangan. And then New Zealand with an opportunity down in their offensive end from the 11-metre mark. Saw Izzy Vrensen from directly in front put a goal down to the right-hand foot there of Watts, getting the first for New Zealand. And then a bit of a scrap goal down here. The ball just trickled off the top bar. Parker was in the right place to pick that ball up, popped it away. And just before the quarter-time break there, we saw the fast man break where the ball found its way down and into the stick of Holly Dinny, who finished it, which makes a 4-1 first quarter here. And South Australia are just in slight control of this game. But good work from New Zealand. They've had plenty of the ball so far. And they will be looking to get on the scoreboard again here as the two teams just about to come out of the huddle. And Tam will set the ball in play with this centre draw. South Australia break as well as New Zealand at the same time. Lloyd just taking the gloves off the stick as she walks down to her cage as Watts walking the other way. And Ball into the centre. We see here Georgia Clark and Rush is going to do battle with Izzy Jackson in the centre. So Jackson up against Clark and Rush. Whistle about to go. Great centre draw. Ball comes up. Leah Kaesler with the pick up there from that centre draw. Kicks the ball down there to May. May looking to bring the ball down behind the cage. Now she's looking for options. Jackson cuts towards her, cuts inside. May looks up, finds Taylor Mangan. Mangan rolls around right, just runs into a bit of a mess there at the top of the 15-metre arc. Mangan going to work against a little bit of left and right, but finds Dinny down on the bottom corner. She has Harper Smith guarding her. Rolls up and around. Dinny tries to go through a gap that does not exist, but gets a push. And Holly Dinny will take the ball at the 11-metre mark. And Holly Dinny doesn't mind firing a ball. Looks to step in on the right hand that time. Oh, 2 from 2. Just gets a rebound. Both balls hitting that tink, tink, tink the bar. But South Australia with the ball in stick. Anastasia Araviakis fires, and that one's gone wide. Just holding the back there was Araviakis. Got a check just across the hip area, but shot was had, so penalty waved off. Jackson, good cut through. Plenty of movement here from South Australia. May has the ball down the back now. May looking to get top side. Doesn't, rolls around. Not there. Now pops up. Jackson steps into a hole. Good save there from Lloyd. But Mangan with the scraps. Picks it back up. Looks back inside. Mangan with another opportunity. Just fires that one to the left-hand pipe and misses. And Ash May will back that up. So May for South Australia will bring the ball back up. Top left-hand side. As Jackson fires a shot wide and high, but South Australia with the backup. Holly Dinning up against Wheatley Wilson. Dinny looks to go. Good cut there from Jackson. Mangan really starting to assert herself in this offense. Great inside look there to Araviakis. Good vision there from Taylor Mangan. Found Araviakis cutting from this right hand through the 11 metres and found her right in front, and a great finish there from Anastasia Araviakis. She gets the scoring underway in the second term, and Anastasia Araviakis gets her first of the game. So good work there from South Australia. Plenty of movement in their offence, which was keeping the New Zealand defence occupied. And Araviakis just managed to find a spot right in front of the cage to receive that pass. And pops that one away. Ball back into the centre. Quintal up against Parker. Quintal wins that one out the back. And Shawnee kicks the ball down there to Banks. Banks over to Ailes. Ailes looks up. Finds Katie Hollins. Good work there from Ipe. Ipe loses the ball as quickly as she got it. And ball now picked up by Laura Evans. Evans looking to present up. She has the goalie to go back to and does now. Watts looks to present the ball, gives it back to Evans. Ball comes off. Ball could go the way of New Zealand here. So New Zealand with the ball looking to run in. Good check there as Watts picks up the scraps of that check and puts the ball out there to Silvestri. Silvestri uses her motors. Gets past Harris, which is no mean feat. Ball popped up there to Lawson. Lawson just powering her way through that defensive pressure. And Lawson takes it into the offensive end and just runs it now through exposition behind the cage. and finds an open player there in Parker. So Parker up against Quintal. These two play against each other in South Australia. Great look inside to Mangan. Mangan, little step. And tink, tink, tink off the bar again. So the bar down there getting plenty of work. Has Mangan in front of the cage. Just wasn't quite able to find the inside of that bar. And Harris with the ball. Holly Harris kicks it over to Lloyd. Pressure coming there as the ball hits the deck. Little one up and over. Ball to Quintal. Shonny passes it down. Looking inside. Cutter comes from Harris. Harris looks over. Just misses Kruger. Good work there from New Zealand though. PJ Ipe can't quite pick that ball up. Ball goes out of... Picked up by Vrenson. Vrenson drives toward the cage. Fires up and over the top. No damage done on the scoreboard. And backup had by New Zealand from their number 12 in Bex Ayles. Ayles now to Kruger. Henri Kruger picked up by Silvestri. Kruger just trying to work inside. Good work there from Silvestri, not allowing her much space. Now she's looking for an option. Quintal presents. Kruger still going. Great work there from Silvestri, but just deemed to be slightly illegal as Kruger walks inside, and that's going to be a trip back to the 11-metre mark for Henri Kruger. She has been a goal scorer for this New Zealand team. Henri Kruger lines up from 11 metres, fires and just dropped the ball out of the stick on that shot. Quintal, great pickup, kicks it to Izzy Vrenson. Vrenson looking to drive, left-handed, good save there. Ball goes out of bounds but kept in play there and picked up by Laura Evans. Evans looks up, finds Borovnik. Good take from Borovnik. Borovnik passes it forward. She has Parker. Parker has May. Fast man break here. May looks down, looks to Mangan, over to Dinny. Great work there from South Australia from the defensive end. Good job down in there to dispossess New Zealand after they had a couple of attempts on the cage. Great transition. Found Dinny down in the back corner. Stick check had there. All clear on that one. And Holly Dinny gets her second of the game. And South Australia out to a 6-1 lead here. Jackson awaiting this centre draw. Up against Georgia Clark and Rush. As the breeze still continues to blow to the right of screen, just is putting it down that way as Hollands uses the breeze to get up on her toes and get into the offense very quickly. Voisey guarding Hollands to Clark and Rush. Over there to Min Jung. Down the back there to Banks. Banks looks to run the right-hand post. Guarded by Borovnik. Banks looking to stay on her left, right hand, nearly picked off there by Leah Kaisler. Lily Fu looks to step in. Fu, now she changes to her left hand, but shut down. And a push is going to be had there. So Lily Fu from the top of the 11-metre arc will line up in front of the cage. Jackson one side, Kaisler the other. Fu looking to get in on the cage. Fu looks to get in. Good save again from Watts. Quick outlet. Just pops it up over the head. Looking at running towards the boundary. Good work there from May. Great pick up from Ash May. Looks down inside. Little knockdown. Ball turned over. Found there by Hollands. Hollands. She finds Russell. Russell kicks the ball down there to Sienna. Looks inside to Vrenson, and Vrenson. Good turnover there from New Zealand. Found the transition goal and found Izzy Vrenson as the goal scorer in that last pass. Vrenson popping it across the body of Watts from about 2-3 metres And Brenton gets the second for New Zealand, and she is the only goal scorer at the moment from New Zealand's point of view. New Zealand's first goal in the second term. And 6-2 game here. Just a turnover in the centre there was costly, coming back the other way, and New Zealand capitalising on that very quickly. Good transition ball from New Zealand. Back into the centre. We've got Hollands, but that flows the way of Silvestri. Silvestri has Fu and Hollands. Silvestri looks on the bottom, finds Mangan, and a quick answer there for South Australia. Coming out, Lucinda Silvestri just found herself the right side of that ball that's come out of the centre drawer, picks it up, uses her motors, and she finds Taylor Mangan down on the crease position, and Mangan with a really quick reply from the last New Zealand goal. Taylor Mangan with 2 on the game so far, her first of the second term, and 7-2 game here into the second term. Ball comes up, Parker up against Quintal. Good contest in the centre draw from those two players. Can kick the ball out, extracts the ball, but illegal use of the body from South Australia. New Zealand take the ball and go quickly through Harris. Harris looks down, good stick there from Parker. There's red shirts ahead. Dinny picks that one up. Harris looking to chase Holly Dinny. Holly Dinny just extending those legs and bringing the ball in quickly into the offensive end. Now turns, looks up at what she has. Good cut there from PJ Ipe. Ball over to Silvestri. Silvestri runs down the left pipe. Good save from the keeper in Lloyd. Lloyd, but ball just bounces off a foot and goes the way of South Australia. And Parker picks it up. Parker, they're looking to isolate on this side as they've stacked the right-hand corner here. South Australia. Denny looks to come around into that gap, gets pressure, looks back around. Good save again from Lloyd. Shot from Denny. Lloyd to clear the ball, looks up, finds on the outer side, just misses the player out there. And these grounds, they're really in good condition. Ball just races off this surface, goes out of bounds, and Holly Denny will bring it back in for South Australia. Turns around against Banks, steps over the forward third. Little flip up to Parker. And they know each other very well, playing State League Lacrosse at the Woodville Lacrosse Club. As Parker looks to get in, fires left-handed just across the face, and a race out the back there, and that race will be won by Asha May. And May will bring the ball in as it's collected from behind the safety fence here. And Asha May gets the ball in her stick now. May over to Dinny. Dinny has Harper Smith guarding her. Dinny looking to use those dancing feet. Dinny steps around and ball hits the deck. Shani Quintal picks it up. Gets a push there for her trouble. And Dinny will set up behind Quintal. Quintal uses Lloyd. Lloyd looks to the other side there to Harper Smith. Lloyd has the ball, comes up towards the restraining line. Has not crossing that restraining line at the forward third for South Australia yet. Still looking for an option. Quintal and Dinny on this outer side. Lloyd with eyes looking at Quintal. So an opportunity here. Slow clear from Lloyd. Just cradling the ball, locked and loaded. And we've got a push up in the forward third. So that's going to be a free clear. And it will go the way of Banks. So that's one way to clear the ball. Banks over to Wheatley Wilson. Wheatley Wilson steps inside, gets a push as well. As the goggles come off, she will dust herself off, put the goggles back on, and she will line up at the 11 metre mark. So Alice Wheatley-Wilson from 11 metres, just on the right hand side of the arc. So Watts against Wheatley-Wilson. Wheatley-Wilson steps in and picked off by Watts. Looks out, finds Evans. Evans looks up. She has Ipe ahead. Ipe picks it up. Has Wheatley-Wilson just about to get to her, but Ipe finding those long legs. Ipe pushes the ball down there. Finds May, keeps cutting. Ball inside to Parker. Parker with a crowd inside of her and just decides to hold that one up. Kicks the ball to Silvestri. Silvestri has the ball out the back to Mangan. Mangan gets pressured. Good inside look. Knocked down there from Lloyd. And that will end the second term. And as the wind just really picks up here, we have a half-time lead for South Australia. And they are currently leading 7-2 at half-time. And we might just go and have a quick break here on the Australian Lacrosse Network. We'll be back with all the second half action very soon.
Really looking forward to today's session. Let's make sure we're focused, bring you intensity and lots of communication. Vital today. So let's have a great session. Short and sharp. Here we go. Okay girls, just going to do the monkey in the middle, one at each end, two in the middle, catch, take, quick release, other way. The culture side is the part that I love. Leadership, player well-being. What do we need? How do we get it? Areas that we think we can add to. Okay, Aussies on three. 1, 2, 3, Aussies!
And back we come to second half action here between New Zealand and South Australia. We see South Australia leading 7-2 in the first half. Ball in the middle, finds Parker. Parker finds Denny. Denny just pulls it out, kicks the ball over to Silvestri. South Australia looking to set up some offense here. Holly Denny from the top, looks to May. May has Mangan behind her, but just running the ball through that area. As Parker looks to try and find some space. Finds Izzy Jackson. Jackson looking to just extend the legs. Looks down. Rotates the ball. Ball to Silvestri. Silvestri as Parker pops up. Not there. Silvestri back to May. May looks inside. Good cut there from Parker. Little BTB, but didn't quite find the range. And Kira Lloyd will pick the ball up for New Zealand. And Lloyd looking for options up the field to send this into offense for New Zealand. Goalkeeper change in the cage for South Australia sees Addie Cunningham coming in, and South Australia sharing those duties all week with the two keepers. Lloyd in the cage for New Zealand still. So looks at an outlet. Good take there from Vrensen. That stretched the hamstrings down low as Izzy Vrensen looks to get through, but Taylor Voisey didn't allow that one. Good pressure there from South Australia, and the pass from Vrensen not finding her New Zealand teammate. Ball rolls out of bounds and ball comes back for South Australia. Evans with the ball, kicks it here to Voisey. Voisey, ball is running away. A foot race is on. Voisey, good work, 2 against 1. Ball to be won on the deck, and body there for New Zealand, or legal body, sees Taylor Voisey. 2 against 1. Good work from Voisey, and I don't know where she was throwing that. Maybe she thought she was going the other way. Silvestri just maybe allowing for the breeze, thinking it was stronger than what it was there, Tate. So ball with Asher May. May to Denny. Denny to Jackson. Jackson looking to go one-on-one. Oh, Jackson gets past. Not there. Rotates the ball down through X. Looks inside. Silvestri with a pass from Ash May. And Lucinda Silvestri gets the first goal of the third term. And a great little pass inside there from Asher May, who gets the assist on the play. And that is a good goal from Silvestri. But good work here from Taylor Voisey. Took on the defender with the pass coming over her head. 2-on-1 and able to win the ball for her side. And ball comes back into the centre. So Clark and Rush up against Ipe. Ipe picks the ball up. She has a player forward. And just a withholding call there. And ball comes back to Lawson. Lawson just running circles there against Kruger. And offside there for New Zealand, but ball allowed to play advantage. Down the back to Mangan. Mangan, good cut there from Izzy Jackson. Looks in from May. May, she was the last assister of the goal. Jackson looks back down to May. May looks inside. Oh, another good pass there. Good save there from Lloyd in the cage. Mangan gets her own ball. PJ Ipe looks inside. Ball on the deck. Ball to be won. Comes out the back, but going to be a withholding call there. And New Zealand will win the ball their way. So as we see Bridget Hill have to come back to receive the ball. Lloyd, as the ball has been just flicked out the back, Lloyd picks it up and gives it to Hill. Piper Russell on this left-hand side, running up, but not using her. Hill getting pressure there from Jackson. Jackson deciding not to go through with that check. Ball passed in a short pass there to Megan Mitchell, but didn't give her much of a chance. Ball goes out of bounds. Ipe just stepping on that white line with pressure from Kruger. And Kruger sets up behind Ipe. Ipe just grass monster grabbing an ankle there. And Ipe down to Kaisler. South Australia really looking to get assisted goals here, as May under big pressure there from her defender and Russell. Ball up to Jackson. Jackson over to Leah Kaisler. Kaisler looks to drive. Looks inside. Not there. Goes back on her left now. Good look inside there to Jackson as the flag came up, but shot had, so that'll wipe that off. And ball goes to the right, picked up by Anastasia Araviakis. Araviakis brings the ball in, rotates back left, now back on her right, now back to her left, now back to her right, spinning in circles. Araviakis trying to step inside, shot had. Wasn't a fantastic shot in the scheme of things, but South Australia backed up there by Taylor Mangan. May looking to feed. She has Russell all over her hands. Looks inside. May looks to roll around. Gets one right across the midriff there. And just asking why that one wasn't called. But great pick up there from Katie Hollins. Hollins has the run on the outer side here. Voisey, good knockdown from Voisey, but great pick up there again from Hollins. Voisey, Hollins, they're having a ding-dong battle on this outer side. Vrensen picks the ball up. Looks inside. Good pass to Kruger. Kruger down to Sienna. And Sienna just takes some time to bring that ball down to the back corner. Harris, ball knocked down. Cunningham comes out. Cunningham looks up, finds Araviakis. Great work from Cunningham as Araviakis gets a motor on. Araviakis looking to go all the way here. Araviakis puts the ball in left hand, just loses it at the last minute. Picked up by Holly Harris. Holly Harris looks up. Again, ball hits the deck, and Jackson will win that back for South Australia. PJ Ipe with the ball. Over to Kaisler. Kaisler to Jackson. Jackson with Katie Hollins. Jackson, good defense there from Hollins. And Nicole Hollins helping out. So Katie Hollins, Nicole Hollins picked up by Mangan. Extracted from Mangan. Mangan rotates the ball quickly to Denny. Denny's pass wasn't great, but found PJ Ipe, who wasn't expecting that, but right place, right time from Ipe. Ipe has Kaisler. Ipe working against Harris. Kicks it now to Kaisler. Leah looks to drive. Looks inside. Finds Mangan. Mangan, great take. Now she rolls back around. Russell, good guarding her with the defense there from Russell. Denny looks to go once up against Hollins. Ball to Kaisler. Kaisler has Mitchell on her. Mitchell. Kaisler, good defense. Ipe, she gets down, fires, and that one has found the back of the net. And they were just relentless there, South Australia, with their attack on the cage. And something had to give, and that was a goal to PJ Ipe. Gets the second one of the third term for South Australia. And they are out to a 9-2 lead here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club. And Ipe gets her second. And if you are live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network, well, we're grateful to have you on board watching this 2025 men's and women's national competition. South Australia looking to win the ball out of the centre. Parker, ball still on the ground. Good work there from Harris. Ball to be won. And flicks out the back. Finds Silvestri. Silvestri on a dime. Picks up and turns. Yeah, we're glad that you and wish that you are and hope that you are enjoying the coverage on the Australian Lacrosse Network. Brought to you by our broadcast sponsor, the Susafanos Foundation, as Olivia Parker has a shot and Lloyd with a save there. Good save there from Kira Lloyd. Now an opportunity for Fu up the middle. Fu has Izzy Vrenson on her left. Looks down on the bottom corner. Good knockdown as Brody Borovnik will get a card here, will she? So Borovnik will sit for a 2-minute penalty there. And New Zealand will be in a power play situation. Said last time they were in a power play situation, Izzy Vrenson put one on the board. At this end, Vrenson again now with the ball in her stick. So 6-on-5 in their offensive end. Vrenson looks up. Cunningham tries to pick that one off as the rotation is happening. And we've got a 3-second call here. Just setting up there. And coming up to the 11-metre hash on this left-hand side. That 3-second call was on Olivia Parker. Ball in the stick of Sienna Minung. Fires the ball down the back to Banks. Banks finds Harris. Now out to Vrenson. Vrenson, the only goal scorer for New Zealand so far today. And she will have another opportunity here. No, it's coming back to Holly Harris, is it? No, it's going to Izzy Vrenson. So Vrenson outside the 15-metre arc. Or between the 15 and the 11. Vrenson finds Harris. Harris looks down the ball. Addie Cunningham comes out the cage to try and pick it off. And ball put in the back of the net there from Banks. And just found Addie Cunningham coming out. But Annalise Banks putting that one away. And New Zealand getting another power play goal. And it is a 9-3 game here as the penalty has been released. And Borovnik comes back out into the defensive end. So Shoney up against Parker. Parker, Quintal, Parker wins that one. Parker at full pace, gets inside, steps inside. Parker, quick reply for South Australia. The only stick it touched then from the centre draw was her own. Then Parker runs past a couple of defenders, able to get goal side of her defender. One-on-one with Kira Lloyd. And Olivia Parker gets her second of the game. And South Australia get to double figures. 10-3 is the scoreline here in the third term. And ball with the centre draw. Quintal up against Ipe, but Quintal takes that one out. Ball is dispossessed. Kruger, ball on the ground, ball to be won. Just sitting outside there was Kaysler. Kaysler loses the ball. Great pick up there from Clark and Rush. To Hollands. Hollands to Ailes. Looks up, fires up, just pass wasn't quite on. And Leah Kaysler with Siobhan Quintal. Kaysler looks over, finds Jackson. Good save again from Lloyd. Body save, and Lloyd has the ball. So Lloyd looking to clear the ball as pressure comes, as advantage call with a contact on the goalkeeper. So New Zealand with the ball coming back to Lloyd. Lloyd fires the ball at the feet. That's rolling out of bounds, and another turnover from New Zealand. That is about the third ball that hasn't quite found the stick and rolled out of bounds, and South Australia have another opportunity here. Jackson. Ball down to Mangan. Mangan tries to get pressure inside. Mangan gets past 1, 2, 3. Draws a crowd. Good interception there. Ball 2v1. Flicked in to the keeper, and Lloyd will pick that up. And that will be a whistle for three-quarter time here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club. You are live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. Our broadcast partner, the Susafanos Foundation, being our major broadcast sponsor for this event. And at three-quarter time, we've got a 10-3 ball game. And goal scorers for that quarter, well, New Zealand had one, and that was Banks. And for South Australia, Silvestri, Ipe and Parker all scoring. And 1 quarter to go in this contest between SA and New Zealand, as the wind just picks up again here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club. I'm starting to think I might fly, and I tell you what, there's the boys behind me, coffees in hand, Abbott and Smithson, just sitting here all rugged up waiting for officiating later tonight. And I'm just being told off for saying that they're not sitting and they're standing, but that's okay. Everyone looks like they're sitting to me. So, but the three-quarter time break here as South Australia, well, they've had a chat about what they're going to do in the fourth quarter. And if you are in the Melbourne area, do yourself a favour. Get down here to the Footscray Lacrosse Club and watch some good national lacrosse. I'm standing right next to the officials here. And Nat Owens, she's just got her own little show going on here. The real show's about to start out in the middle. And Jackson will find herself here up against Holly Harris. So Jackson and Harris to start proceedings in the centre draw for fourth quarter action. Jackson, Harris, good win there from Harris. Harris turns and gets the legs moving. Harris looks inside and finds Nicole Hollins, who will line up from 11 metres. And Nicole Hollins steps inside, looks to fire, and didn't quite get enough pace on that shot. And Cunningham with the save. Now she gets under pressure. Cunningham just rolls the ball out to Evans. Evans looks to draw the player. Evans still drawing the player. Kruger trying to shut that down. Evans looks inside, finds Araviakis. And Araviakis uses her motors to bring the ball into offense. Araviakis looks to turn and now finds May. May to Kaisler. Kaisler looking to attack her player, but decides better of it. Up to May, up to Jackson. Jackson, this is a good contest of pace between Harris and Jackson. Looks to Dinny. Dinny, little fake to shoot, not there. Kicks it back there to Jackson. Jackson, back over to May. May, looking to attack from the top there. Gets good defense there from her opponent there, and Bridget Hill. And Bridget Hill runs down the outer side wing. Hill looks up, sees Ipe in front of her. Looks now to Kruger. Kruger, good option. and Hill has done her work, decides to get on and off and heads to the bench for a substitution there, Bridget Hill. Ball back here with Hollands. Hollands looks to drive in, and a 3-second call there. So Nicole Hollands, she had will be set out between just on the 15-metre arc, and kicks it over to Lily Fu. Lily Fu to Anne-Marie Kruger. Anne-Marie Kruger looks to drive in. Kruger shoots and up and over. Banks with the back up there for the first on for New Zealand. And Annalise Banks to bring the ball in to Anne-Marie Kruger. Good cut there from Lily Fu. Ball on the bottom with Kruger. Back to Vrensen. Vrensen just couldn't quite pick that ball up, and just stepping over the line there was Leah Kaisler. So ball will go the way of New Zealand. And that will end up in the stick of Vrensen. Borovnik. Vrensen kicks it to Fu. Fu back to Vrensen. Vrensen looks to drive inside. Looks back up, finds Kruger. Kruger, we know she likes to shoot. Good trail check there from Ipe. Picked up by Anastasia Araviakis. Ball hits the deck. Now Borovnik just hung it out, but the check deemed to be illegal from Banks. And Borovnik, she just goes wide, finds Evans. Kicks it to PJ. PJ looks up, finds Araviakis. Good take from Araviakis off her toes. Over to May, and May, she just with a little bit of impetus gets it into the offensive end. Throws the ball at Leah Kaisler's feet, but no damage done as Kaisler looks to attract a crowd, does attract a crowd, and that crowd was one Izzy Vrensen, who just apologises. And Vrensen, who is playing her lacrosse in South Australia for the Burnside Lacrosse Club, just sits out. Good inside look, and nice save there as Lawson was on the crease, and Lloyd again with another big save. So Kira Lloyd looking to create some offense here from the defensive end. Lily Fu working through the middle here. New Zealand have set one side. Good work there from Mitchell. Got the feet moving. Has Russell. Russell breaks away from Kessler. Harris, which leaves Nicole Hollands on the outer side here. Good work from New Zealand. Hollands nearly gets a break. Good work again from Mitchell. And Megan Mitchell, pressure comes. Mitchell able to pick the ball up. Little push there from May. As ball is fired down and up and over. And there's a check to the body there on Megan Mitchell. And the ball has gone through the netting, so we'll have to wait for another ball to be given up here as it rolls. And Megan Mitchell, right on the halfway line, will take the ball. Looks inside. Finds Russell. Piper Russell uses her pace, gets past Araviakis, or she thought she did, but Araviakis picks her pocket. We're going to have a card here as Izzy Vrensen just got into the back of Anastasia Araviakis. Just a little too firmly there, and Izzy Vrensen will sit for 2 minutes, and Anastasia Araviakis will clear the ball. Gives the ball to Addie Cunningham, back to Araviakis. And Araviakis has PJ Ipe in the centre, but Araviakis uses her pace to try and get through. Trying to stop her there was Sienna Mignon. And PJ Ipe looks to give it back, but decides to bring the ball into offense itself. So South Australia in a power play situation here. Lawson looks to cut through. Got to be a spare player. as that spare player is there, but ball hits the deck. Russell fighting for the ball up against Jackson. Ipe, great pick up there from Ipe, who pushes the ball forward to Ash May, and May picks the ball up. Now she looks for an option. They're looking to set up a power play here. Jackson over to Dinny. Not a great pass to Dinny. Dinny has to chase that down. Gets pressure there from Mitchell. Good work from Mitchell as ball goes out of bounds. Unfortunately off her stick. Great defensive pressure though from Mitchell. Ball to Jackson. Jackson to Kaysler. Kaysler looks to Dinny. Dinny looks down. Great cut from Kaysler. Good work there. And Asher May with another assist. Has racked up the assists today, Asher May. And Leah Kaysler gets on the board for South Australia. That's her first of the game. And the first of the fourth quarter, which has gone a long time without a goal, as the ball has lived in the middle of the pitch here. It's been going up and back, but South Australia get one in the fourth quarter. It is 11-3 the scoreline. And the ball gets reset. So Tamarin sets the centre jaw. Parker up against Quintal. Parker knocks it forward, but straight into the stick there of Katie Hollins. Katie Hollins looks down, and we've got a timeout here. Charge to New Zealand. So timeout for New Zealand. So mustn't be much time left in this contest. New Zealand taking a timeout to have a chat about maybe an offensive set they want to draw up. And South Australia get to put their defence out there. And the officials get to have a bit of a chat about what they're going to do for the next few minutes of this fourth term. So South Australia 11-3 currently. New Zealand looking to take a time out and try and draw up an offensive set here. As the wind still blows here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club. And on the other field, the next game we'll be bringing you is a men's game between South Australia and Queensland, and that will start almost shortly after this game finishes, and we'll be bringing you that live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network as well. So stay tuned to that. That's 2 p.m. local time. And both teams warming up out the back. New Zealand coming out of this timeout. Kruger has the ball. Set in a nice wide set here. Almost playing pairs. Little pick there from Quintal. Vrensen, whose penalty had been released. Vrensen tries to step through a couple. Finds Kruger. Kruger, just a good pick up. Pressure there on Katie Hollins from Anastasia Araviakis. Hollins moves the ball on quickly. Finds Quintal. Quintal up against Vrensen. Vrensen sets a pick. Quintal back to Kruger. Kruger looks to go right. Good check there from Parker. Dispossessed, but Kruger able to pick the ball up. Ball to Wheatley Wilson. Now she rolls back on her left-hand side. Good pressure there from Silvestri. Wheatley Wilson. Good check there from Silvestri, but backed up by Kruger. She was on the spot. Cunningham almost tried to pick that one off as well. But Hollins down the back, able to get the ball and settle it for New Zealand. Kruger up against Silvestri. Izzy Vrensen looks to go left and right. Little save there, and good save from Cunningham, off the shot from Vrensen. Had a bit of a screen there, did Cunningham, and saves that one. Ball kicked up, finds Araviakis. She looks to pass and fake that pass, but runs into 3 black shirts. And Araviakis, she'll pick herself up off the ground. And she has Ipe on this opposite side. She looks up now and finds her, and Ipe, she'll bring the ball into offense. And they have numbers back here, so just sending in Mangan with the ball. Mangan guarded by Smith. Araviakis looks inside. Ball thrown at the feet there of Parker. Good pick up from Araviakis. And a free space call there. As the wind really does pick up down here, and it's whistling through the headset. Araviakis, we're right behind this. Anastasia Araviakis looks inside, finds Parker. Parker fires the ball straight over the top of the cage. No damage done on the scoreboard, and the keeper didn't have to do a lot with that one. But backed up by Holly Dinny. And Dinny brings the ball in now. She has Smith on her as well. Dinny steps inside, and Dinny pops that one away for South Australia. Up on the top shelf. And Holly Dinny gets her 3rd of the game. And the 2nd goal for South Australia. They push out to a 12-3 lead now in the 4th term. And can't be that long left in this contest. As the new Footscray supporter coming over, Mr. Pete Unwin, GM of Lacrosse Australia. He's come to brave the elements out here. And he looks splendid in his Footscray beanie. He does. As ball back in the centre. And ball hits the deck. Ball to be won. Great work there from Clark and Rush. She gets monstered by the SA Reds, but illegally. And Clark and Rush, tell you what, she normally has a bit of speed, Clark and Rush, with the breeze blowing from behind her. If she took off, she'd probably be in the forward 11 metre mark. Good work there from May. Just push, quick play there from Bridget Hill. Down to Banks. Banks picked up by Borovnik. Looks up. Great cut there from Harris. Not quite there. And Clark and Rush with the backup as the ball hit the deck. Clark and Rush. Picked up by Lawson. Lawson steps inside. Good check there from Lawson, but just seemed to be a little close. So Clark and Rush will have an opportunity here. She's got quick pace, Clark and Rush, when she gets off. Ducks the head and gets a shot off, but another one just a little high there. So she will reset on the 11 metre mark. And 2 minutes left on the clock here in this contest. New Zealand. So Clark and Rush steps inside, steps outside and throws one there. Cunningham with another save. Addie Cunningham looks up, finds Kaisler. No. Decides not to throw that one. Borovnik just pops out over the back. Now she goes towards Cunningham. Good movement from South Australia. Looking at an option. Dinny presents up forward to her. Addie Cunningham as Parker also presents. Oh, Borovnik out the back. This one is won over. Borovnik to win the ball. Good contest on the ground. Great contest there between Russell and Borovnik. And Russell wins that one on this occasion, Piper Russell, and now gets the ball back in her stick. Runs straight into Asher May, and Asher May just says, sorry about that, Piper. And she will head to the bench for 2-minute penalty. And that's where she will remain for the rest of the game with 1 minute 14 left in the contest. So New Zealand, opportunity here. 1 minute power play. Left, looks down the back, good cut, nice interception, good save from Cunningham. That was a really good cut and shot there from Hollands. And Cunningham had to be on her medal there to save that one. Ball picked up by Banks. Back to Vrensen. Vrensen looks inside. Kicks it to Harris. Harris, card on the play. And Harris, a 3-second call there. And Holly Harris with the limited time left here. 48 seconds. Kicks up to Vrensen. Vrensen wants to start that off quickly. Now Banks opens up the outer side, but decides to kick it to Fu. Fu kicks it to Ailes. Ailes running around the left-hand side, looking for an option here. She has Banks behind. She goes there now. Banks looks up. Knocked down there from Ipe. Banks inside roll. Banks looks inside, not there. But another one that was just an illegal check there from PJ Ipe. 24 seconds left in the contest. Banks. They are in a man-up situation here. Ailes down the back, looks inside, knocked down there from Lawson. Fu to win the ball, not there. Ball still on the deck. Fu knocks the ball out, comes her way. PJ Ipe, ball to be won, is won. Ipe looks down, Cunningham breaks out the back. Finds Silvestri. Silvestri looks up, finds Lawson. Lawson, she can go. Limited time. Are they going to have an opportunity here, South Australia? The answer to that is no. And the game will finish on that note. South Australia running out 12 goals to 3 winners. And MVP performance. And the two teams will come together and shake hands. Good game of lacrosse between New Zealand and South Australia there. As goal scorers for that game, well, for New Zealand we had Banks with 1 and Izzy Vrensen with 2. That was the 3 for New Zealand. For SA we had PJ Ipe with 2, Taylor Mangan with 2, Olivia Parker with 2, Holly Dinny, well, she was the leading scorer. She had 3. Leah Kaisler with 1. Lucinda Silvestri with 1. And Anastasia Araviakis rounds out with 1 also. MVPs for the game. Well, I really liked Shani Quintal's game today for New Zealand. I think she was very good, as was Katie Hollins and Megan Mitchell, as well as Nicole Hollins. South Australia, well, there was a lot going on there. Parker was very good. I thought Ash May, she was in everything today, so maybe Ash May bringing others into the play might win an MVP here for herself. Anastasia Araviakis was also very good. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what the coaches have to say, and as the MVPs just start to be talked about. And stay tuned, because very soon we are going to be back on field 1, and we have the men's game over there between South Australia and Queensland, and that will be a very good game also. So stay tuned, live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. And we'll just have to see what we've got here as far as the MVPs, as the coaches come to have a chat about this contest and who they are going to award the MVPs to. So the two coaches, as Trish Adams for South Australia is talking first, and she will announce the MVP, and that is going to Bridget Hill. Yeah, Bridget Hill, very good today as well. Battled hard through that defensive end. And South Australia, their MVP for today is going to Lucinda Silvestri again. So Lucinda, with her second MVP of the tournament, has had a fantastic day also. And speaking of fantastic days, well, it's about to get better as South Australia are about to play Queensland on Field 1. I'm going to sign off here as we are about to head back over there. Christian Leray up on the camera up there. He looks like he's in an Antarctic expedition right now, and why wouldn't he be? He's closer to the sun. He's got jackets wrapped around his feet. To Blake Billsborough, thanks very much, mate, for getting this underway. And on behalf of the Australian Lacrosse Network and myself, Tony